Hello everyone, welcome to my first tutorial on my channel, and today I will be remaking GNOME Code's Tower Defense Simulator tutorial. Why am I doing this? Well, his tutorial is pretty old and there are some features that I think there should be, but he said that he won't be making any other tutorials that he has ended. So I've decided to show you how to actually make it better, make it more optimized, and how to add more features to it. And in today's episode, we will be making a first mob system and the path system. I will put this in description, but I have a Bezier path module. I will show you in a second why. So copy the code and create module script, paste the code in, and rename it to Bezier path module. And create folder in replicated storage. You type folder, rename it to modules, and put the Bezier path module inside, just like that. Now we will build a map. So create your starting point, and when you right click, enable show orientation indicator. It will show where it's facing. It's facing there towards the spawn point. So it means if a zombie will teleport spawn there, it means that it will be looking this direction. So I will rotate it 90 degrees. Make sure this is 90 or 0 how Roblox have it default, and this one. Make it 2 by 2, just like that, and rename the starting part start. And make sure all the parts are anchored, can collide, can query, can touch. All of these unchecked and only the anchored checked. So this is start. I will color it red for now. So move it where you want and start building. So I will move this couple of here, and normal waypoints will be this white. So now rename this to 1 because it's first waypoint, and when you actually see it's pointing there, and if when you want to do next checkpoint, for example to the right, you duplicate it, move it to the destination. So I will move it right here. And now you have to move it in which direction the zombie will go. So it will go from here to here. What's the direction? The direction is here. The zombie will face this. So face it here. And do this for every single waypoint. Oh, and also rename the waypoints in the order. So this is 2, this will be 3, and etc. And the last one will be 8. Don't name the last one end. I will show you why. So when you have it, create a folder, and this I am planning into future. So in further episodes I will make map system, so name it maps. And now create another folder for the individual map. So name your map how would you like. I will name it Demon Land. Seems good name. And in here create a folder called waypoints, and other folder called I don't know, buildings, where will be all the decorations and how it looks. The waypoints are just these points. So now move all of these points, select them, and move them into waypoints into your map. And but the start, move it outside into the map name. So don't put it into buildings, put it into the map, because I will show you right away when we start scripting. So actually I want to remove this by height orientation indicators. and here. Alright, now we have set this up. Now I will make the path so I know where they are going. Now select the path pieces like this and go to model, and there's button called union. So press it, it will create a single thing and rename it to path. And you can move it to the building tab. And also make sure it's anchored. And can't touch, it can be, it's better for optimization, but that's what is required. So now you can close the tabs and go to Server Script Service. Okay, firstly, in the replicated storage, create a folder called mobs where all the enemies will be, and I already prepared a dummy. You can grab it from toolbox, you type dummy and take the first one probably, or generate your character and rename it to the name you would like to. So this will be zombie, and I will make him green, a nice green like this. And actually I can scale him down a bit, like to the 4, yeah, alright. Also make sure that this humanoid root path is anchored like this. It's not anchored, I mean, because he won't move. So now put him in the mobs. I will make another mob just for showcase, and I will call him a for example, what could it be? Let's do Speedy and make him like this. So now move them both in the mobs folder and go to Server Script Service and create new script. Now rename it. Usually developers keep it at the script, but I like to name it server. And now you click again under it and module script and rename this to mob. This is where all the enemy spawning will happen. So rename also these two things. And now let's load the Bezier path module. So local Bezier path equals require, and it's replicated storage. So game.replicated storage dot modules dot and the name. So it's Bezier path module. Now I will create another variable called waypoint positions, which is this, and I will show you in a moment. So now we will create a function called mob.setup for first. You can actually make it function mob.setup as well, but I feel like this looks better than the up, so I will keep it like this. And the setup will have parameter of map name, which is string. You don't have to do the notation, it's not necessary, but I think it's safer for some reasons. So now local map is equal to, so we have a map folder, so workspace dot maps and colon find first child and the map name. If map does not exist, then I will send an error that says map named. Like, can I do like no, or can I like a map? No, it's just Python thing. Alright, map does not exist, map name plus map name. And now do this and then return and end. So this will tell the server or me that map of this name does not exist. But if it exists, it will do this code. So local waypoints is the folder in the map. Yeah, so the waypoints. So map dot waypoints, just like that. And let's do a for loop. So I is equal to 1, in the waypoints column get children and hashtag, because this is the length, so this is length of 8. This will return the length, so from 1 to 9. And we will do table.insert. We will insert value into the waypoint position. So waypoint position and waypoints, comma, find first child, and I will rename it to index, so I actually know what's happening in the code when I return back to it. So you insert the dot position, and I will do find first child waypoint not stuck, like that. So when it's inserted, I think we can do mob dot spawn function, which will take the mob name, which is also string, this text, map name, which is also a text, and let's do quantity like this, which is a number. So I will copy this line so I don't have to write it again, and local mob is, so local mob is value of mobs is replicated storage in mobs, so game.replicated storage.mobs, and find first child mob name and clone it. Now I will copy this line and change it, so if not mob, then mob does not exist, and mob name will be the mob name. But if it exists, I will do for I, so for I equals 1 quantity, so from 1 to the quantity of mobs, it will do a, also this should be in there. So local mob is equal to, I forgot this, and copy this here, and now rename this to mob clone. So now we'll make another function that will move the mob, so mob.move, so equals function, so it will the mob require, which is a model, and the waypoints, we have the waypoints, so local path, so that's why we made the setup function, is equal to Bezier path.new, and it requires waypoints of the positions which we made here, so waypoint positions, and curve size is how much it will be curved, so let's set it to 3, I think. Yeah, that feels good. And now for time is equal to 0 to 1, and the steps will be, let's say, 1 in 200, and mob and not, and also local humanoid is mob, and find first child of class humanoid, so it will find in the mob if it has a humanoid, and if it does, it will do humanoid and move to path calculate uniform c-frame dot position, because we want the vector, not c-frame. And now humanoid dot move to finished, and wait until it's done, and after it has waited, mob, and it will destroy itself after it reaches the end, the 8th checkpoint. So now I think that's all for the move function. So now let's do mob.move and once to the mob, and also the mob clone dot parent is equal to workspace, and I will make a folder called spawned mobs. So dot spawned mobs like this. Yeah. Alright, so it requires the mob, and now we can go to the server and require the mob module script. So local mob is equal to require script.mob, and now mob.setup a mob.spawn. Let's do mob name, let's do zombie, and map is, I will copy the map name, and quantity let's do 3. So now you should see something. Oh yeah, also I forgot, in the spawn function the mob clone must be set to the start, so add mob clone pivot to and the map dot start dot c frame like this. Yeah, like this. Alright, so now if you exit the script and do run and play it, you should see a mob. Oh yeah, I forgot. This we need to put the map name. Oh, alright, and it's not moving. Maybe this? No, right. Right, there's something other doing. Alright, let's see. Oh, I know. There should be mob clone, not the mob. So now you see it works. But you may ask, where are the other zombies when we put the 3? Well, you'll see where it is in just in a moment. So what it does, it's waiting for it to reach the end, and after it will spawn another one. And to fix this, you gotta do mob. You gotta do coroutine dov wrap, and first is the function, so mob dot move, and after it another parentheses and the parameters. So it requires mob, so mob clone. And also let's make another variable here, or argument, called not speed, time delay, which is a number, and we'll wait the time delay just like that. So now let's set it to 1 second, and 1, 2, 3. It seems like it only because the game lagged. I can do like task.wait 5 seconds, and you will see that it is consistent. 1, 2, 3. See, it's just how Roblox Studio lags for a second. And I can try for other zombies, so I do the speedy. Let's add 8 and 0.75, and now they should appear. Yeah, like this. And after they get to the end, they get destroyed. And actually, when you run this and zoom, let's say to there, you can see it has like smooth, like turning. And when you increase it to, let's say, a 10, the curve, it will be much stronger. And maybe when I increase the... Oh, I know why, because this is the first one and it's not saying that it's going from the start. Oh, that's why it's not smooth on the first one. I close it, my bad. So when I increase it to something like 10 and go wait to this waypoint, you should see a really smooth, yeah, see? Just like that. So if you had a really curved path, you could do like this. But I think that a smaller value is just better. Maybe if like 5 is perfect. Yeah, 5 feels good. Alright, that's the end for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you next time.